Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, and I'm going to be great later because we've got this scholar that we talk to on Tuesdays, a Rhodes Scholar. Okay, he's not any of that. He's Heidi's dad. He's my father-in-law. It's Tuesdays with Charlie today. Always enjoy chatting with him. What kind of crazy stuff do you think he's going to talk about today?
Oh, who knows?
I bet we'll all learn something. Also got a quote for you from Louis L'Amour. It says, "There will come a time when you believe everything is finished. That will be the beginning." I like that. I've had that happen before. It's usually when I'm like raking the lawn. All done. Turn around. Oh, no, I'm not. I thought I was finished. All right. Coming up, we got a lot of special things going on today. We'll get to all of that in a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
Make plans to join us for the second annual 80s in the Sand. My wife Heidi and I went last year. It was so much fun. And guess who's going to be there this year? It's Brett Michaels.
Hello, everybody. It's Brett Michaels. I will see you at 80s in the Sand, Tuesday, November 6th, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I promise you, this is going to be the ultimate concert, party, best night ever. Let's rock on, my friends.
Get your tickets now at 80sinthesand.com. Over 90% of the tickets are sold. Don't wait. 80sinthesand.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
Today is, I guess I was supposed to say, I thought you'd never ask. There we go. I always forget to say that now. Today is Tuesday. It is the 7th day of August. It's your brother's birthday.
It is.
Happy
today.
birthday, brother Jason. Also, it's Purple Heart Day, National Lighthouse Day, National Raspberries and Cream Day, and National Night Out Day. That's the first Tuesday in August. And I just realized something. Your brother, Jason, and my brother, Jason, their birthday is 1 month and 1 day apart. My brother is July 6th. Your brother is August 7th. How cool is that? 1 month and 1 day. All right. That's not on this list over here, so you're not going to find that on the website. But we do have all of these listed. If you ever miss the holidays and you're wondering what's going on, we have them listed in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can either add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. Or a combination of both, but there's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow sales. And you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Sign up at betterresultsadvertising.com. That's betterresultsadvertising.com.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs. I can't even believe I'm going to read this story on the air. This is such a bizarre thing, and I honestly almost didn't read it. A growing number of British women are smearing a combination of Vaseline and toothpaste on their chest, thinking that it's going to enhance their, chest size.
Okay.
What would make you think that was going to happen? Vaseline and toothpaste mixed together? Who came up with this idea?
I have no idea. That is bizarre.
It says crest, not breast. I'm not sure what you thought you were going to do there. I've got a link to the story if you want to read all about it. I have no idea. I'm just kind of speechless on this. I don't know what to say. Have you ever heard of anything like this?
No. No.
Nor have I.
No.
I wonder.
I wouldn't want to increase mine, quite frankly.
No, but I'm just saying.
If
I wonder.
If it's a decrease, I may give it a shot.
But I'm just saying, why would you think Vaseline plus toothpaste equals that?
Who knows?
I don't know. Some sort of magical, wonderful potion from Harry Potter land or something. I don't know. Not quite sure. Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs. That's on the way.
John and Heidi.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380, 1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. A Florida man who tussled with the police trying to arrest him for disorderly conduct later said that he, quote, really enjoyed resisting because it was like being on Live PD, which is a television program.
Okay.
Chronicles the mayhem police officers encounter on a night. Says police were dispatched to the home in Florida at Vero Beach after a 911 caller reported a man wielding a golf club and chasing a woman. When an officer arrived on the scene, he encountered a 53-year-old man, Rudolph Grant, smelled of booze and was screaming and cursing in front of the residents. After trying to walk away, Grant struggled from the cops. He tried to pull away from him due to his erratic behavior. He had to be placed in mechanical restraints that were double locked. Before being placed into the squad car, he said, I really enjoyed resisting. It's like being on live PD. He was charged with resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and they're both misdemeanors.
Well,
so
there you go.
this guy wants to
hope
be
you
famous.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a bad plan. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. Charlie Sheen is in the news. He revealed in an interview last week that he can relate to Roseanne Barr and the tone of absolute despair that came from her after the big incident, and also all the people that she affected because of her show being canceled. And now I guess it is coming back, but it's going to be different. It's the Connors. And I bet he can probably relate to that as well, because 2.5 Men stayed on, but then it died like a year later because, it just wasn't the same. So, interesting, though. When Charlie Sheen is going, oh, boy, I hear you, brother. You know you did something wrong. And Harvey Weinstein, he's been in the news, right?
Yes.
For all the Me Too stuff. Well, Harvey Weinstein is in the news again because he's been showing up to a movie theater in Westport, Connecticut every night for the past 2 weeks to watch different films.
So what? Why is
So
that
he's like showing up and
news?
watching movies. I don't know.
Why is that news? So what? The guy's watching movies.
He's just going to the theater every night. He's got apparently nothing else to do, so that's news now. So.
Wow. Leave him alone.
In other news, there were a lot of people that drank coffee for breakfast this morning. And somebody had Pop-Tarts. Find out who at 11. No, just kidding. We're not going to talk about that. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now, your scoop of the day, brought to you by 80sinthesand.com. British survey finds the average office worker spends 1,700 hours a year in front of a computer screen.
Yeah.
So you do the math on that, I bet it's probably more than that.
Yeah, I
They're
bet
saying
it
at
is.
work, then when we go home, what do? Get right back in front of a
Right.
screen. Now, I have two different stories that I don't believe are related, other than the fact that they're both about something I didn't think we'd ever really talk about on this program.
Okay.
Condoms. It's not really the topic that we typically
that
talk
you
about.
would want to talk about.
So
No.
Durex is a company. They recalled 5 batches of their product over concerns that they could burst toward the end of their shelf life. So they're saying, maybe we should adjust
yeah, that's
those
a bad idea.
expiration dates. And then, as if that's not bad enough to have that in one story, the second story is about them too. Apparently, it does need to be said, don't wash or reuse them.
Oh, well, who does that anyway? That's disgusting.
Center for Disease Control and Prevention issued the warning in a tweet reminding their individuals that are using them, if you're new to this, to not wash or reuse them. Apparently, people are doing that.
That's disgusting.
I don't understand that. Let's move on now. I feel bad that we even stopped for a second. A Thai man faked his own death on Facebook Live so he could con his family out of money for his funeral costs. So he's like, oh, I'm dead. Can you please send me money? That's not how it works, dude.
How would that work?
I don't know. Apparently his family was going to get the money.
Funeral costs would go to the funeral home.
You'd think. I don't know. It's a bad idea. I'm sure he didn't think it out. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done that. Flight investigators released their final report on the missing Malaysian plane. They concluded that there is no conclusive evidence as to what actually happened. So wait a minute. So you concluded your report by saying, we don't know. That's the way they concluded the report. Is that going to be satisfactory?
Probably not.
So what are your findings?
Sorry.
Our findings are we don't know. Okay.
Just smacked my microphone.
Yeah,
I
what are you doing over
apologize.
there? It's
It's
like a rock'em sock'em robot on that side of the counter. I'm not sure what you're doing. A man in Durango, Colorado has been fined $1,000 for repeatedly feeding bears near his home. This is a bad plan, dude, because here's what's going to happen. Those bears are going to show up and you don't have food out and they're going to eat the neighbor's dog. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Or they'll break in and they'll eat the food in the house. We have like 4 or 5 stories in the last month here about bears breaking into things, eating stuff. Latest numbers from Nielsen come out, and they say the average American, I think we talked about this, spends 11.1 hours per day consuming media. That's up 19 minutes over the previous quarter. The breakdown is interesting. The more low-tech than you might think. 92% of adults listen to the radio in an average week. 88% watch television. 79% mess around on a smartphone. 60% on a computer. And 15% on a game console. Do those numbers surprise you at all?
No, not at all, actually. Sadly.
I think it's kind of cool. The number one thing on the list is radio. So, there are people out there that are trying to, make viral videos and do all this stuff to catch people. Best place to catch people? Right here on the radio. So, again, I'll read through those numbers. Again, this is from Nielsen. They say the average adult spends 11.1 hours every day consuming media. That's 19 minutes more than last year, by the way. So it's not a whole lot more, but, 19 minutes more. And 92% of adults said they listen to the radio every week. 88% watch television, so fewer people watch television than listen to the radio. 79% on smartphones, which again is less than the 92% on radio. 60% on a computer, which is less than the 92% on the radio. And 15% on a game console, which is a lot less than on the radio. So I don't know if you caught the gist of that, but radio is a good place to be.
I guess so.
Stick around. We'll have more on the radio coming up. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can either add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. Or a combination of both, but there's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow sales. And you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Sign up at betterresultsadvertising.com. That's betterresultsadvertising.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show. How
you doing, Charlie?
I just give you a little bit silence there.
You just wanted to make us think that you went away. It worked. So, what kind of cool stuff we can learn about today?
Well, let's see what we got here, what my staff come up with here.
Okay.
Hey, you're sitting in your office chair.
Yeah?
You know who Charles Darwin was?
Yeah, I know who that is, yeah.
Who is he?
He was the guy, the theory of evolution guy.
Yeah, the monkeys guy.
Nice try.
No?
He was the first person to put wheels on an office chair.
So that's a different Charles Darwin.
That's a different Charles.
Or maybe it's the same dude. His evolution of rolly chairs.
See, he did something important.
Yeah. You know who did the first swivel chair?
Charles Darwin.
No. Hey, wait, that'll be our question. I'll save that till we get to the end here. I'll let you finish your thing.
Well, you know what I'm going to answer.
I know what you're going to answer.
I've told you this once before. I'm going to tell you it again, though, because you forget a lot.
I do. I forget a lot.
Did you know that Volkswagen sells sausage and ketchup?
Yeah, you told us
We
that
did
once
talk
before.
about that.
But I forgot about it.
I did forget. I also forgot about it until he just reminded me.
I haven't seen it in the stores anywhere.
I haven't either, but it says it's also their best-selling product, selling millions more than their cars.
No
That's
kidding.
crazy.
It's probably a lot cheaper, too.
Volkswagen ketchup and sausage.
I'll have to try some of that sometime.
Ooh, no, don't. It's no good.
It's no good.
Then in 2004, farmers in India used Pepsi and Coke instead of pesticides because they were cheaper and got the job done just as well.
No kidding.
Really?
So they just sprayed some cola on their crops.
So don't be drinking that stuff because it ain't good.
Huh.
Well, it'll just get...
Don't. All you Coke people and producers, don't be calling me up.
Well, it just takes care of the pest, that's all.
Let's see here. Oh, for 150 years, whenever a new heir was born to the Anheuser-Busch brewing family, it would be fed 5 drops of Budweiser before having the mother's milk.
Really?
No kidding. There you go. Sounds like something that would happen
I
in your
was born
family,
into
Charlie.
the wrong family.
Did you do the same thing with Heidi, but with Schlitz?
Oh, that'd give you 10 drops of Schlitz.
No, you wouldn't have shared. That's the truth.
That That's the gospel, yes. Hey, I got one last thing here for you.
All right, what do you got?
People are more likely to make good decisions when they need to pee.
No kidding.
Really?
That's what it says.
I suppose they got to make up their mind, and then they just come up with the right answer first instead of overthinking it.
You can't be jacking around when you got to pee.
No. Come to a conclusion.
You must make good decisions all the time.
Charlie, you always have to pee.
I always make good decisions.
Have you ever gone 10 minutes without having to pee?
No.
Not for many years.
We were riding with him once, and we had to stop at every town. What do we... Let me guess. We're going to stop and pee? Well, you ready for a question from us, Charlie?
Sure.
All right. With the question that you asked me earlier about the dude rolling around on the chair. So who invented the swivel chair? Do you know?
Charles Darwin.
No. Good answer.
I told you I was going to answer that.
I know. Yeah,
I think I know.
Who do you think it was?
Thomas Jefferson.
Yes. President Thomas Jefferson. He invented the swivel chair.
Goofing around in his office and fell over.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm not sure how he came up with it.
It's rock too or just swivel?
No, it just swiveled from what I understand. I've never seen the actual chair. I believe it is in a museum, though.
I bet Charles Darwin took over and made a swivel then.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look now and see if it's the same Charles Darwin that had the theory of evolution, or if it's two different Charles Darwins we're talking
I believe
about.
it's two different ones.
You think so?
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
The guy just had some time on
If
his
not,
hands.
this guy's just a jack of all trades.
Now that I've made wheels on chairs work, what else can I do?
Maybe he was using his elevation thing or whatever you call it and was drinking and thought, I put some wheels on this thing, I'd fly.
Isn't that elevation? Evolution.
Whatever.
He had a theory of Charles Darwin and his famous theory of elevation. I'm sorry, Charlie. That was good.
It's on the old guy. It's all right.
We love you. Well, thank you for talking to us, Charlie.
We'll do it again next week.
That sounds good.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales, and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
I only have one fun fact, so I need to read it really slow.
Okay.
Each year, more than... Okay, I'll read it faster than that. Each year, more than 50,000 people are injured by jewelry in the United States. Have you ever been injured by jewelry?
I don't believe so.
I have been. Your ring has scratched me before a couple of times.
Okay.
So you've scratched me with your ring. And then I almost pulled my ring finger off because of my ring. You see the scar right here?
Yeah, I remember when that happened. You have.
No, that's another time.
Oh.
So this little scar right here.
You had to have it, almost had to have it cut off.
I did have to have it cut off once.
Yeah.
See this fat little finger here? And there's a scar right there. That scar. That almost became like the end of my finger. I cut myself really good. Like my wedding ring gouged into my hand. And thank goodness. It cut a chunk out of the door handle. And thank goodness I didn't lose my finger. But that happens a lot. People will, get their rings caught on things and just pop their finger right off.
Well, there you go.
That didn't happen to me. But 50,000 people a year injured by jewelry. It's a fun fact. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Make plans to join us for the second annual 80s in the Sand. My wife Heidi and I went last year. It was so much fun. And guess who's going to be there this year? It's Brett and Michaels.
Hello, everybody. It's Brett Michaels. I will see you at 80s in the Sand, Tuesday, November 6th, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I promise you, this is going to be the ultimate concert, party, best night ever. Let's rock on, my friends.
Get your tickets now at 80sinthesand.com. Over 90% of the tickets are sold. Don't wait. 80sinthesand.com. Time now for the grandiloquent word of the day. Today's word is billy-doo.
Billy-doo.
Billy-doo or billy-doo.
Okay.
So there's two ways to say it. They have the pronunciation, and then plural is billets-doo. Okay. So what do you think billy-doo or billy-doo means?
I couldn't begin to tell you.
It is a missive written to express one's affection for another. It is a love letter. So if I write you a love letter, it is a billet-doux.
I see.
I used to do a billet-doux every morning for you, didn't I?
Yes,
remember that?
you did.
When we first got married.
For a long time you did, and then you just stopped.
Well, it's because we moved to a different house, and then there were other people that used that bathroom, because I would get up early in the morning, and I would write a little love letter on a sticky note, and I would stick it on the mirror in the bathroom that you were going to go into. Mm-hmm. And then we had a foreign exchange student and a dude from England living with us, and we all used the same bathroom. And I was like, well, I'm not going to write a love letter for them. That's just weird. So that's kind of how I got off that. But I should get back to the billet-doux. BILLETDOUX, billet-doux. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. This has been your grandiloquent word.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Time now for some weird news. You ready for this on a Tuesday, Heidi?
Absolutely.
According to arresting officers, an Austin man was arrested after unsuccessfully attempting to rob a Whataburger with a pair of tongs.
With a pair of tongs.
Yeah.
There you go.
After reviewing surveillance video, authorities say 44-year-old David Garcia Gonzalez, who had difficulty maintaining balance while walking, approached a Texas Whataburger. After loitering in the business for a while, he reportedly grabbed some metal tongs and walked up to an employee at a register. He approached from behind and started jabbing her with the tongs while demanding money.
Lovely.
He was eventually confronted by an employee who ordered him to leave the restaurant. The suspect fled the scene but was later detained by officers at a car wash. And he faces charges of robbery by threat, a second-degree felony. Does not say if he was drunk or if he was stoned, but it said he was having difficulty maintaining balance. So there was something going on. That's why it's today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh. Prosecutors in Missouri say a man has been sentenced to 11 years in federal prison for robbing a credit union with a plastic gun.
Okay.
U.S. Attorney's Office say Monday, they released this news last Monday, that 57-year-old Stephen McCrary pled guilty in February to one count of bank robbery. He had admitted that he had stole $3,815 from Community America Credit Union in Kansas City, Missouri. He approached a teller September of 2016, pulled out what appeared to be a firearm, and demanded all the money in the drawer, and then it was later found out that it was a plastic gun, but it was a fake gun used for a real robbery. And he got himself a real prison sentence. So there you go. Bad idea. Don't do that. I don't know why you would even consider doing that. It's such a terrible idea. You're going to get caught. You're going to go to prison. So don't do that.
Don't steal things.
Don't steal stuff.
And don't threaten to steal stuff.
And don't use plastic
You're just
guns.
Get yourself into trouble.
Or tongs. Both of those are bad idea. Just
yes,
don't.
They are. Just don't do it.
Be nice to each other. Thanks
nice
for
neighbor.
listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
Now, fake news or Florida? This is where we read a story, and Heidi has to decide if this is fake news, something that was made up by me or one of you, or if it's a true story that happened in the great state of Florida. Are you trying to peek over here? I thought I saw you trying to sneak a peek.
I was not trying to peek.
You were trying to sneak a peek to see if you could get the answer.
There's a prize attached.
There
to
is
this.
a prize, huge prize.
What is the prize?
A big hug from me. It's a great prize. Some people want that. Maybe not. Nobody that I know, but somebody.
Oh, John.
All right. Here's your story. You tell me if this is fake news or Florida. A low-speed chase lands a Florida man in jail. He was driving a forklift. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
It is a true story.
I think I watched that video.
Did you really? Oh, man. 12:45 in the a.m. He was driving a forklift, erratically swerving across lanes of traffic. He had to get pulled over, and the chase came to an end when he pulled into a grass lot at a gas station. He refused to take a field sobriety test at the scene, although he was toast. 3 years. He's had his license suspended for more than 3 years. He's been put in jail for a while, and a bond of $29,010.
That seems a bit extreme. Doesn't that seem
No,
extreme?
he had already had his... He had also been driving with a license that has been suspended for more than 3.
Okay.
So he had that before he did this.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. My bad. I explained it poorly. Imagine that. Thanks for listening to Fake News or Florida.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. And today, we're going to have some as well. Comes your way courtesy of Odiva. It's a monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All the details at radiosavings.com. What are you doing over there?
I was shooing away a fly.
Oh, you just made the weirdest gesture in the middle of the air for no reason. I didn't see the fly. I just saw you. I thought you were like trying to put a spell on me or something. You just put your hand out towards me and do one of these things. What was that? Without seeing the fly, that was kind of a funny looking move. You ready for a story here?
Yes.
All right. Here's our good news. And I love to end with good news like this. A homeless man becomes a hero after he saved a woman who jumped from bridge. How cool is that? So he was a homeless man. I'll read the story here. His name is Shane Dossert. He's being hailed as a hero. He risked his own life to save a suicidal woman earlier this week. Homeless man camping under a bridge on the Washington Avenue Bridge in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He heard a splash at 2 a.m. He heard a woman's voice coming from the river. The 35-year-old woman tried to commit suicide by jumping off the bridge. She got caught in the fast-moving current. Well, he immediately rushed to her aid, helped her, and got her out of the water, grabbed her hand, and used his other hand to anchor the two of them to the wall so they wouldn't get swept away by the current. Then he waited for help arrive. He told the woman that she was beautiful and she had so much to live for. He was there for her, and he was not going to let her go. How cool is that?
That's very, very cool.
They say they took
man.
him to a shelter for the night, but the humble hero insisted on going back to his camp under the bridge. He's like, no, I'm fine. And when they were asking about it, he said, I just wanted to do something good for somebody. Oh, that is so neat. I hope something really good happens for him. What a neat story. I've got a link to that in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.